Hello, welcome back to Lady and the Frogs. Some people, well, one person said they missed the frogs, and I realised I am Lady and the Frogs, so I should really get some frogs in. I have got Salvador here, who, he's actually a current Build-A-Bear, and I know that he probably looks a bit angry. We went in Build-A-Bear to see what clothes they had in the sale, which was nothing. And there was loads and loads and loads of these for sale. And they all looked a lot more cheerful than Salvador, but I'm hoping that you cheer up over time. And then obviously Simon and Stephen. So I am here with a clothing haul. And I do have a lot. Not least photographing. This is all my stuff, which I've accumulated over the last month, which is weird. I mean, I have purposely been to 2 charity shops for sourcing, and then I've just sort of like picked up 1 or 2 things at cancer research on a daily basis, and I have been at work a lot, so I'm actually quite surprised how much stuff I had here. I thought I was a bit low on stock, but evidently that was a lie. I need to crack on with listing this. However, it is now getting dark. I've spent the day cleaning, which was very much needed. It felt like I hadn't cleaned yet this year, which I know is strictly not true. I know that I've hoovered and cleaned, because when the Christmas tree came down, I did it then. It just looked awful and there was bits everywhere. Yeah, I haven't felt very motivated today. I need to feel motivated. I'd like to feel motivated, but I was woke up in pain at 6 o'clock, so I have been on to the doctors, so hopefully something will happen, but I don't know what. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort through what I've got here and get it all prepped, ready for photographing tomorrow. I did have my alarm set this morning, but after I'd got woken up at 6 o'clock, I just really did not feel like getting into anything. I've sold 2 things and posted them, but the cleanup was necessary. Yeah, that's all I've got to say on the matter. I've done 1 load of laundry. It's not much to achieve, but it is my day off. It's technically my weekend. If I was like, if my life fell to an automatic Saturday and Sunday, and my husband was here, I probably wouldn't do that much anyway. But there you go. I haven't like been completely lazy. Some of this stuff is actually quite seasonal as well, so we can probably crack on with this. This is probably, yeah. So this is a t-shirt that I was hoping would fit my husband. This is something that they don't sell in cancer research, because anything smoking related is not sold, it's thrown away. So obviously I think this is a fabulous t-shirt. My husband thinks it's fabulous, but it doesn't fit him. Maybe this should be like something for me to sleep in, so I'll put that over there. That will not be something to resell. But the amount of stuff that's going in my wardrobe is ridiculous, because that is the problem. Everything's like falling out of it because I just keep chucking things in there. Right, so let's get on to proper stuff, which I've got to resell. I know how much I paid for this for my taxes, because it's on my spreadsheet, but I cut the labels out and get rid of the labels and then put it in storage so that I can just crack on with photographing. But I think, no, I remember I paid too much for this. I picked this up from Bernardo's, because I'd literally, that day that I went to Bernardo's, I just sold a Joe Brown's dress. So it would have been great if I could have jumped on the fire of that sale, but I didn't. The one that I sold had butterflies on it. I said the butterfly ones sell really well. But this one is just a basic burgundy thing, and it's in a size 18. Not great. Usually it's a size 20 and over that I want with them, but they are a nice stretchy, flattering dress, and that's fine. Do you know what? I hoovered twice in here and I've mopped, and I just keep finding dust. I've even had the sofa out. When I said I cleaned, I didn't do a casual clean. So I'm expecting 25 from that dress. Oh, this looks like another good buy. Oh no. Oh, it's a dress. Honestly, I thought that this was a size 20 top, but it is a dress. Sea salt. So that's only going to be like a 15 to 20, I think. Size 14. Prices have dropped on things, and I think that's why I get frustrated sometimes. I really need to differentiate where menswear is and where women's wear is on my pile. Let me just button this shirt, otherwise, I mean, it is just a checked shirt. But this is quite a good brand. I rarely find it. However, I have got a Rails dress in my shop at the minute, which supposedly retail sells for £200. Obviously, that doesn't reflect what it will sell for on eBay, but I would hope that I could actually get the 50 that I've got it up for. Last thing I got from Rails was a shirt, and that sold quite quickly, and I need to work out whether they actually put proper women's sizes on it. I think this is women's. Does Rails only do women's wear? Don't know. Anyway, that's what it looks like. This is quite a nice shirt, and it's unbuttoned itself, so I don't know why I spent all that time buttoning it. It's obviously like been used. I've got a pair of woolen trousers by Hobbs, so yeah, they need to go on sharpish, because that's the sort of thing that will just languish. I find with women's wear, mind you, they're cropped length, so who's wearing cropped length woolen trousers? Who? They're probably a mistake. What if I pay for them? £3. I don't know that they're going to sell. I think a lot of the stuff just languishes. Apparently I've got a pair of COS trousers. These will be men's. These will have cost £3. No, they're not. I think they're women's, because it's only got it says size 48, so obviously it's not a size 48 men's, but size 48. Do we have to go down a size because they're like And Other Stories in terms of sizing? Are they a size 16? I don't think that they are. I am definitely a size 16. I'm a size 14, and they just seem a little bit skinny, so that's probably a mistake. COS is a strange one. I have got another 2 pieces of COS in here, I believe, but you have to be picky, and I don't think I've been picky there. This is a brand that I don't know, but I have looked it up, and I think it will sell. So they're walking trousers, and it's Fern or Fijian, Hagner, whatever that is. Hagner woman's soft shell eco trousers. So yeah, a pair of outdoor trousers, which are quite good. And I've looked them up, and they seem to sell quite okay for £20. And I just thought, they're new with tags, let's just give that a go. I'd like to earn some money from eBay. This is a Reese polo, which I feel has a flaw on it somewhere. I might just be thinking of something else. No, here it is. There is definitely a hole in there. So that's going on the repair pile. Yeah, that would have been £3. I don't know why you know, sometimes when you see a flaw at the till and then you just carry on buying it, which is stupid. But there you go. I've got this jumper here, which is Zara, but it is new with tags. I've sold to Zara new with tags today. It's got the price in euros, which, you know, doesn't mean anything, but it is a nice, you know, roll neck jumper, and I don't think you can go wrong with that. I have got a lot of jumpers which I haven't dealt with yet. I've got another one here, but this one will probably sell more into the summer as well because of what it is. So again, Zara, but fringed crochet. So this will fit in with festivals. Jumpers, both of these are £4. That one is a small, that one's a medium, I think. I think I'll do well with them. I'm hoping that I can get 25. I don't know. I think sometimes it's the pricing stuff, have what you want, and then the waiting around. But sometimes you have to price a certain way so that if you've got a coupon running, it actually works. So my eBay store is absolutely flatlined. I have run a markdown sale before, and there was something wrong with it. I think this is the third time I've run a markdown sale, and this is the one and only time that it's worked. And I will not be running another markdown sale. I think I was just experimenting, and I kind of knew that January was going to be crap anyway. But this is the crappiest January I think I've ever had in terms of eBay sales. So I put this markdown sale on, and I had a 20% coupon. And I think essentially by running a markdown sale, you're kind of making, once that ends, it's almost accelerating them becoming dead listings, because obviously over a 3-month period, a listing loses its traction anyway. And I think that by putting anything that falls into this markdown sale, it sort of like accelerates that for them. So I think that's why everything is dead. So yeah. The least the better. I've got to bugger around and do everything. Right, Levi's 501s, £4 on them. I think these were absolutely disgusting, and they still feel disgusting. I'm going to stick them in the wash again, I think, so I'm not going to deal with these. This needs fabric softener throwing all over it and then washing again, because it's probably the finish of the denim, but it just doesn't feel right. And I'm only going to auction them because they're tapered, they're slim. I feel like they've been taken up, but I know that they haven't. And they're only Reese, but they were really, really gross when I got them. So I'm going to throw them through the wash again in the fabric softener styling, just to try and make it more. It's just gross. Levi's 501s. It's got the small E on it. So if it has a big E there, then it means engineered. So I possibly think they're only going to be like a 20 quidder. And £4 into 20 quid isn't great, is it really? This has come through the wash because this was gross as well. Honestly, I think the thing for me now that I do a lot more processing of stuff in charity shops, I am even more picky. Because when you've seen what the rest of the bags is, when you've seen the underwear, when you've seen the socks, when you've seen the turd stains and the blood stains, and the fact that people do decorating and then donate their clothes, and all the baby grows which are soiled, and when you've had to put your hands in those bags on a regular basis, you know, you're only the best of the best, and these things were probably too dirty to bring home. This is Edwin. So Edwin jeans are good. Edwin shirts isn't so good. This is quite, it feels like linen. I mean, this is all right now I've washed it. I know that I've washed it, so I know that it's all right. The classic slim shirt. It feels like linen, but it's cotton. So that should be a decent summer one. And I don't know why it only looks like that. But yeah, it does say Edwin on it. It's just that keeps curling up. So it doesn't look like much. But yes, that's what that is. I have something for the summer. I think this is only Primark, but it's Keith Haring. You can't go wrong with a Keith Haring. Well, you can go wrong with a Keith Haring t-shirt because fashions, what is fashionable doesn't seem to stick around as long as it used to, because the next generation are very fickle, let's face it. We used to like wear our clothes in just Primark, but that should be all right once we come to summer. Sleeveless, but it's finished sleeveless, so I don't think I can go wrong with that. And I paid £3 for that. I should get 20. I know that it's Primark, but it's the Prince with Primark. This is Cars, old label Cars. The other one was a newer label Cars, which I'm a bit down on. But that is just it's not a dress, is it? What is it? Extra small. Maybe it is a dress. But it's a dipped hem, so it can't be a dress. I forget what it was like to be small. I mean, even if you're extra small, you would have your growler out there. It must be a dress. I'll see what it looks like on my mannequin. But I would think that she'll have her growler out with that. Anyway, it's a nice burnt orange, so I'm hoping for good stuff from that. £3 on that. This is next. I know what you're thinking. What's wrong with this woman? This is really nice. This is a really nice pleated skirt. So obviously I mustn't iron this to death. Obviously it's William Morris. These used to sell for a lot more than they do now, and this is a small size. I think it's like a size 8. So that's not great either. Extra small again. I don't know. It's in such good condition. I would really hope that I can fit that for 20. These I'm hoping haven't got marks on them, but you can't have everything. So these should sell places this spring, summer months. Ta-da! I do like picking this brand up, but it's either sell straight away or you're stuck with it for a long time. So this is Free People. They always put one of that on as their tag. They must spend a lot of money by putting their brand label in like that. This is actually new with tags, and it was originally £118. So I'm hoping for good things for that. A nice wide leg trouser. I mean, dare I say I can get 50 for that, because it is a wide leg trouser. So some of the Free People stuff, I've had a really nice Free People jacket that my relatives gave me, and I did sell that for 100. But that was a really popular design. I have another jacket which is like a sleeveless puffer, and that's got no interest. So it is a very, very strange what sells and what doesn't. I have got another Free People thing in here. Let's see if I can dig it out. So this is the other Free People thing I have. Now this will sell, because this is the style that Free People Free People shoppers are looking for. Maybe it won't sell straight away because it is summery, it is sheer, but it's got all the ethnic looks about it, so I should not have any problem with that, because it's boho, hippie, all of that. There we are, Free People again. Yes, so I'm hoping that one is the right style. So, always thinking about the summer. But anyway, back to winter. Got a raincoat here. £4 spent on this. Paul Smith jeans. It's nothing special because, let's face it, who wants a raincoat that doesn't have a hood? So, a mistake that I keep making, and I don't know why. I keep doing this to myself. I keep buying raincoats without hoods. I've had this sort of like theory where I mustn't buy coats that don't have hoods, and I keep failing to deal with it. It says large on it. I don't think it's men's, but it might be. Yeah, maybe it is men's. I'll have to have a look. I have a Larissa shirt, a sea salt Larissa shirt. Unfortunately, it's only in a size 8, so that wouldn't do it any favours. But I've only ever found a Larissa shirt once, so I couldn't say no. I think. Yeah, those are so the roll tab sleeve, but there's always somebody looking for a Larissa shirt, and it's not a bad print, like a leafy. £3 on that. This is my other COS item, and this should be okay for the summer, spring, summer, because again, it's another sheer jumper. £4 spent on that, and it's medium. I think that'll do okay because it's baggy, it's sheer. It should do well. I'm hoping 25. I'm probably very conservative now with my prices because I do kind of just want to sell them. I don't want to have a museum. So this is a bit of a risk, but then it might not be a risk. So I was sort of looking at this and I was wondering whether it was worth getting. I mean, I don't buy every pearl snap Western looking shirt in the world. And this one I probably will struggle to sell, even though this is genuine vintage. And that is the label, and it says Easy Rider on it. But when you search Easy Rider, it's not really coming up with something. It says Trucker's Pride on it. I mean, it's like I know that the search engine on eBay is now more like Vinted in that you'll search and you can't find anything you want. When I used to go on Vinted and search for, Lego, and then it used to bring up every toy in history, and I was thinking, well, I was interested in looking at Lego, not this. Instead of eBay thinking, well, we're unique in the fact that our search engine actually returns stuff. Now eBay's search engine literally returns complete garbage results. Just anything that it thinks that you may or may want to buy, it now brings up. So it's really hard to gauge whether this actually sells because it just comes up with anything which has got the word pride in it. So I haven't worked out whether I'm going to get good money for that. I mean, I know that some things you can get good money from. It's got oyster written on it there. I mean, this is a nice shirt, so hopefully it's just going to work on the keywords like Western. Who knows? But I couldn't leave that. That was £4. Yeah. I have a couple of Carhartt shirts here. This one, which is a bit denim-y. Medium. What did I pay for that? Don't know. Three possibly. I'm very stingy when it comes to what I want to pay for something. This is more of a work shirt. This one's really nice, actually. Where's the buttons on it? Those don't have the buttons on it. What's some clowns taking the buttons off it? What's going on in the world? I didn't think that I needed to check whether something had buttons on it. Is this just me being thick and they're like concealed? I think so. It doesn't even look like it's supposed to have buttons on it. Are we supposed to just throw this on? Luckily with Carhartt, they do have the name on it. So this is the Tony shirt, This is the Tony shirt, so at least I'll be able to look up the Tony shirt and see if other people. It's got buttonholes on one side, but no buttons on the other. I mean, this is Carhartt we're talking about. I attempted to buy my husband some Carhartt trousers for work prior to Christmas, and then again in the sales. Subsequently, it keeps sending me their adverts, and their adverts are very weird and avant-garde. It keeps playing them before YouTube videos or in between YouTube videos, and it's like, it just seems to be like people lost on a mountain, and doesn't seem to like sort of get to the point. It's just like people like wandering, like they're about to come to their death or something. So it's very, very strange. Anyway, I didn't end up finding the trousers that I wanted for my husband because you can't search by size. You can't filter stuff down for some reason. You know, they can do all these avant-garde adverts but not actually build a website which is searchable, which seems to be the thing now, because Vinted do that. Now eBay are going to do that. It just seems to be like everything is going to be just a headache. Another Carhartt shirt there, again in medium. This one they've put the buttons on it, which was kind of them. I don't know what's going on. There's no reason why anybody would take the buttons off a shirt. Is there? Is there I know I'm old-fashioned in my thinking and my date of birth, but really? Anyway, 20 to 25 on them. I'm not going to go stupid on the price. And then I've got some folk shirts here. I've got that one. I do actually have a jumper as well, but there is so much dog hair in it. It's been put into quarantine. I've tried to get most of it off, but you know, I need to clog my own washing machine up with somebody else's dog hair. Another one there. These are both short sleeve. I do like folk, but then I was looking at my listings and realised that the other folk stuff which I have has not sold. And then I've got a t-shirt, again folk. These are all size 5, so the vanity size, so they're like XL, I think, if not slightly bigger. What have we got here? Never fully dressed, a t-shirt. I have a pair of never fully dressed trousers as well, but naturally they've got makeup marks on them, so that's been put aside for washing. And I've done a decent sort out this morning when I looked at what I had to deal with, so they've moved on, and I do hope that these don't have pit stains. I don't think it does. Yeah, so never fully dressed. I don't know how much I'm going to get for that. I mean, never fully dressed I never find. And I did find a dress when I went to see my parents, and I paid £10 and then immediately thought, what have I done? It was new with tags, and then I did sell it within 2 months for £50. So that wasn't a mistake. So there are mistakes which can be made, but that wasn't one of them. But then I have a never fully dressed shirt, blouse, which I've got priced at £20, and it's leopard print, and that hasn't sold. So I don't know. That I won't put on for any more than £20 because this blouse hasn't moved. Who even knows anymore? Right. I have got a pair of shorts which are by Religion. These are new with tags. This is me being careful about what I pick up. Actually, I had 2 pairs of Religion shorts last summer, and they were just plain black with not much going on with them. And one of them even had a bleach stain, which I'd kind of sorted out with a Dylon pen, but not quite, and I'd declared it. And they sold for £15 quite easily, without much fuss. So these I should be able to get. Well, I'll have to take this off because that's the TK Maxx. That's the TK Maxx saying it's only worth £20. RRP 50. But who even knows? Yeah, I'd like to sell them for like 25 if I can. But if I get 20, I get 20. But I may well take that tag off because I don't think that will help. Oh, apparently this is new with tags as well. So this is Bowden. This is very similar to the dress that I've just sold, which was high neck, and that was Zara, and that was new with tags. And electric blue. Please tell me this isn't a small size. Size 14. I mean, you couldn't have much of a boob going on with that, I don't think. But I think it's got like a split leg. So I think I'll do okay with that. Let's see how much Bowden were hoping for it. They won't let us know. But anyway, at least I've got the tag. So when I said that I was being selective, I'm being selective in that way, in that I'm getting stuff which is new with tags, because I just think it gives you slightly more kudos. I have picked that up. This is a small size, but jewels, and it's nice. Size 8. It's got the dog on it. I think I've had this before, but new with tags, so that fits okay with me. So that was 30 initially. I'll try 20 for that. I don't want to turn into a museum. This is an experiment. So I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who follow Sartorialista. I never know if I'm saying that right. So she does auctions of Lagen look clothing. That's all she ever does. She will only sell stuff at auction, and she has a massive following. She's been around on eBay. I thought she'd been around for 20 years, but looking at her account, I was reading a very, very long spiel that she'd put on there, and she was moaning more about returns than I was on that previous video. And frankly, actually, I'm going to pause and I'm going to bring it up. Right, so this is my theory behind doing this. It's the wrong sort of world for you to see this. Anyway, let me show you the brand before I start ranting on about this. So this is a baggy Lagen look top with accent ribbons on it, and it's one of these made in Italy brands, and it is diverse, and I see this all the time. But this lady that I follow, oh, Gordon Bennett, this phone, why have you done that? Honestly, I've even searched. This is the trouble with having all of the changes that they make on this. I've filtered this as well, and it's lost all my filter now. UK. Sort by highest price. Where is she? This has got to be her. Right. So the seller is called Sartorialist. So she's been on here since 2012, and she has a fabulous reputation, and she always sells stuff that looks like that. And this is one of the things. So there's a company called Kits and Caboodle, and they generally stock this. This feels brand new, so this is gorgeous. So, you know, and the accent ribbons, they go down here. So I think this is the perfect thing for me to test the water on this. So she has got stuff that ranges. She can get like £100 for something that we could only could dream of getting 50 for, but it will just go wild in her auctions. But one of the things that she's got on here, now she's got a lot of writing on here. I know you can't see all this on here, but she's like, I do accept returns because sometimes things don't work out. Please don't mistake my kindness for weakness or stupidity. I keep detailed photos of things. You will be reported. Blah, blah, blah. For the love of everything holy, Measure yourselves and read the measurements in the descriptions. Returns in 2023 for didn't fit cost me personally over £700 in refunded postage costs, as she only has like 30 to 50 items running in auction most months. So to lose £700 on postage for 2023 is crazy. Some of you are blatantly using me as a try-on service. I'm not a giant corporate entity. I'm one exhausted, middle-aged, menopausal woman running this show, and that £700 made a dent. And then she's got here, my total returns for 2024 so far are 46, costing me personally £217. These are exclusively for doesn't fit or change my mind. I mean, she's lucky that she doesn't get the doesn't fit, but sends you a long message about doesn't fit, telling you about their sizing, how it's changed and the rest of it, and then opens an item not as described, because it's not like their very well washed one which they want to replace. So she's quite lucky in a way. But yeah, I love this seller, and I mean, this is a lot of stuff which is written on here, but to see somebody else ranting and raving about returns and she said here, please buy responsibly and think of not just me, but all other sellers on eBay who are putting up with these shenanigans. It was refreshing to read. I would suggest you look her up. So anyway, that is my motivation for picking this up, because she has done really well with this brand. Sorry, I'm still on description here. What has she done? Sellers, other items. She's only got 16 auctions running at the minute. She's got a diverse top, which is there running. It's only at £10.50 at the minute. But like I say, she has a massive following of people who are following her, and her prices are, I mean, there's something that's up at £98.99. Diverse. I was looking at it. Yeah, so she sold one there for 30, a pair of bloomers, of trousers, and she's sold other stuff for the 30 to 40 region in this brand. So I am hoping that I can get 30. I am going to try it at 30 and see what happens. It's nice and hooded as well. I really like this myself, and to me, I just thought, well, this is the thing to test on, because it's a very, very nice style. I'll probably put it on the male mannequin just to make it look better. I'll put it on my pile of menswear. But it's in really lovely new condition, so anybody who buys that will not be disappointed. So fingers crossed I've done the right thing. So next thing I have is a Gant. I paid £5 for this. Nice zip up, which is in my husband's size, but I haven't shown it to you. I haven't shown it to him. Or did I? I don't know. I showed him something and it wasn't appropriate. But yeah, it's been a while since I've picked up Gant. So let's see how Gant is these days. Here we are, Gant. This is nice new condition as well. So I'm confident in that. There was some other Gant stuff. There were some Gant shirts and a coat, but that's all I came away with. And the last things I have is another brand. It's some of this stuff, it astounds me, things that now sell for like wacky money. I've got another sea salt thing there, just sailor top, and that's only in the size 14, but I can't say no to that. £2. Can't say no to that. So the rest, this stuff which I've got here, which makes me laugh, is Dickies. So I rarely find Dickies. I think I've had some shorts. They went well. And I had a a dress that was, you know, like it was like a work uniform for a dental hygienist, nurse, or somebody who's working as a beautician, and that sold for 50, and I nearly fell over. So I thought I'd grab these things. So Dickies makes me laugh because on one of my very first construction jobs in Manchester, I was working in Oldham, and we were in this very, very dilapidated room in an office block, and we'd commandeered their car park where we had our cabins while we did the site setup in town, and annoyed a whole load more people, including the woman that owned the brothel, actually, because she came in one day all prim and proper with like long nails. You know, I felt like saying to her, well, you know, give a discount leaflet, 'cause we've got a lot of guys on site who might use your services. But she was just annoyed about the traffic. But anyway, I digress. That initial office that we had, which wasn't our office before we put the temporary cabins in, was next to this discount store which sold Dickies. And it's all workwear, and it was all construction stuff. And we kitted out most of the guys on site from this shop, and it was very cheap. And now Dickies is not very cheap, and it's in Urban Outfitters, and it doesn't make any sense, and it probably isn't the quality that it used to be, and it probably wouldn't protect your feet from getting wet. But anyway, a lilac jacket is the order of the day. So £5 I've spent for this. It is new with tags, but it is a size small. But I'm going to see where that takes me. And I'm assuming that that's women's. I'm assuming it's women's. And then I have 3 pairs of trousers. This is new. These 2 are used, and these haven't got any marks on. This one is new, and it's got marks on. So I'm really thrilled. So I've got to, I mean, it's a shame because it's now no natural light, and natural light I need. I think I brushed the mark off, but I'm also not confident that I brushed it off at all. But anyway, they're all, this one is the work pant slim fit, so slim fit isn't going to do me any favours. And this one, yeah, it's definitely not new with tags. Same again. Yeah, that's the same again for that one. And they're only a waist 30, so it's already got that against it. This, I don't know what this is. That one has it on the waistband and that one doesn't, but yeah, that's all they are just basic work pants. And frankly, if they were in Jason's size, he would be commandeering them as well, because they did used to be really good workwear. But I don't know if the quality's there, or I don't know if these are just mass produced because the youth of today for some reason think that these are fashionable. It blows my mind. Some things just completely blow my mind. Right, so I've got them that need dealing with, and that's everything. So that's probably quite a conservative amount of stuff, really, but it's more than I thought I had, considering I've got so many other things which I need to do. But anyway, I'm going to crack on with photographing them tomorrow in the daylight. I'm hoping, it says it's overcast tomorrow, so I'm hoping that means I can do photos if I aim to do them for midday. I was kind of thinking, it would be nice to do photos today, but it wouldn't have been, because it's been glorious sunshine, and I sat on, after I'd cleaned, I sat on here for about 20 minutes just staring out and just enjoying the sunlight, you know, instead of being some person with a UV lamp on my face. And I just sat there and tried to take some vitamin D in the natural way, and sort of just regrouped. So because it was really sunny, I do flat lays here, and it was on here, and there was just orange light everywhere. So I'm hoping that tomorrow isn't going to be quite as sunny, and I'll just be able to do all these photos without having to like close curtains and mess around. So I'm hoping that that's the case. Not that I want to like wish away the sunlight. It's just winter sun makes photos difficult. So yeah, that's my aim, and hopefully I can crack on with it. I think I'm going to possibly go through my accounts and try and work a few things out, because I just need to get a handle on my money situation. So that's what I'm going to do. I am motivated. So I will be back again and tell you how I've actually got on, and tell you if I've actually managed to get on with anything. I have Monday and Tuesday. Next week I should have 3 days, I think, in the week, because I'm working weekends. So I should have some time next week to crack on with all the things that need doing. So I'm hoping to write myself next week. I do have a doctor's appointment now next week, but that is what it is. It needs to happen. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back again soon with an update. Goodbye from me. Goodbye from frogs. Goodbye.